podcasters. I'm Super Joe Pardo, and that was me making another mistake because you couldn't hear the intro of the music like I'm supposed to hit because I'm supposed to have the buttons, and I messed up. But you know what? That's exactly what I want to talk about today is messing up mistakes. I'm here on a Figure It Out Friday to talk to you and to answer your questions and see what's going on. I know it's earlier than some of the ones I've done, so I had to rearrange some things to be able to fit everything in my day. But here we are on a Figure It Out Friday, where we recap the week and we talk about we talk about some of the things a little more in depth, and then again we take your questions and give them answers, get them answers, even if I got to share my screen to be able to do so. So if you're watching right now, please drop in the chat where you're watching from, what you eating for breakfast, what's going on there. And then feel free to ask your questions in the Facebook chat, and we'll keep the conversation rolling here. So before I move any further, this episode is brought to you by IndiePod University. Get over 100 plus hours and growing of podcasting resource videos for just $9.99 a month or $99 a year. Sign up today and get 7-day free trial. This video here is going into the university after as well. So everything's in one place. It's sorted by tags. It's very helpful for you to be able to just dig in and find what you're looking for based on a topic. If you're looking for interview skills, motivational, so you stop pod fading, hosting skills. There's 8 complete conferences, just 8 complete conference video sets in there as well. Community building, LinkedIn, live streaming, marketing, monetization, all of that is in there. You can go, again, indiepoduniversity.com. Now, I am working on a media kit here to open this up to more sponsors and all that, trying to crunch all the numbers and bring it all together into some nice, tight bundled little packages to enable you to be getting in front of podcasters literally all over the world. And I also want to tell you that this episode is brought to you by Larry Roberts and myself. We're hosting a step-by-step launch your podcast in just 4 weeks. It's a live class that we're running. It starts, I think, in about 3 weeks or so. You can go to superjoepardo.com/launch to go check that out. And if you forgot, the Monetize Your Podcast is June 27th. It's a live virtual free podcast conference brought to you by Blueberry. Go to indiepodcasters.com/virtual. We do have speaker spots still available. You can go over to indiepodcasters.com/vspeaker up until tonight at 9 p.m. So get your submission in. We have a few extra spots open left that I wouldn't mind filling with some awesome people like yourself. If you haven't heard, we've moved Icon 6 to being live from the backyard, taking place September 12th instead of the 24th to the 26th. It's limited to 50 in-person tickets, and we have live stream tickets available starting at just $25. The price is going up, though, next week. I believe it's on Monday or Tuesday. I think it's like the 22nd. Yeah, so I think it's Monday at 8 a.m. The ticket price does go up for Icon 6. So if you're thinking about going, there's only 50 tickets. Actually, there's less than 50 tickets now because people have started to buy them up. And the virtual tickets price will go up as well. And so today I'm answering your questions on a Figure It Out Friday, as well as recapping the week and talking about what mistake I made that has potentially cost me a whole bunch of money that was really, I guess, kind of like a rookie mistake when I was trying to do something that was like, oh, I did it, I circumvented the system. I think I did it right. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this since 96, 97. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I clearly didn't know what I was doing. So so my mistake. So I've been promoting IndiePod University. I got scrolling down here, I've been promoting it, and I'm like wondering, I'm like, man, why is like nobody buying into this? I don't understand. Like it's not happening. Like I mean, I have lifetime members that bought in, pre-launch, and that's awesome and great. But I'm like, what did I do wrong here? So I'm having a conversation last night with one of our masterclass live streaming students, Stephen Green. You should go check out Stephen Green's stuff over at makethegrade.net. I believe it's makethegrade.net. Thegrade.net. I believe that's, yes, makethegrade.net. You should go check him out. He's awesome. If you have a kid that needs tutoring, or any other, like, he's got tons of educational stuff going on. So test prep and all that stuff. He's super helpful. Anyway, we're talking. We were talking after the class, and it's like 40 minutes into into after the class had already ended, and we're talking, and I mentioned to him, like, it's weird, like, because he signed up for the IndiePod University, and he's like, I'm getting so much value out of this. Like, this is great. And he signed up, I think, when it was $100 for a lifetime. So, like, that was, he's just been plowing through it. But even still, he's only through like two of the first two conferences, that MapCon conference sets of videos. So I'm like, oh, well, I don't understand why people aren't. He's like, why? He's like, this is such a great value. He's like, is it the landing page? Is it this or is it that? So I'm like, nah. I was like, look, you got your videos. You can check some out. You can even check out the school if you click here. Want to check out all the great content and get a sneak peek behind the scenes? You can literally go to what it looks like on the homepage of the IndiePod University and see, like, okay, there's all your topics listed out, all the pages. There's 21 pages, and like every day it's expanding. Like I said, including this video, is expanding. So you can search right there. Like it's all right there. I don't understand why people aren't taking advantage of this. And then so we scroll down, and I'm like, I wonder if my subscription buttons don't work. Well, ding ding. We I clicked on them, and I got like basically this is an expired link, and I'm like, what the heck? So I open up an incognito window, expired link. I was like, okay, I'm opening up Firefox, expired link. I open up, or I get Dr. Stephen Green. He opens it up on his site, on his web browser. He's getting a expired link as well, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I'm trying to dig and figure it out. And it turns out I think I was trying to outsmart the system. See, this box right here, these two boxes are two like widgets inside of my page builder in WordPress. And I guess what I did was I built the button using the short code, which, if you don't know, short code is like a short way of expanding a bunch of text and buttons and things and enabling a bunch of service. So I do that. And I guess what I did was I clicked on the button and then took the link and then popped the link in here to make its own like subscribe button. And I'm like, oh, look, I'm so smart. Like, ding ding, like, I got it. Like, it looks good. It's all integrated. It's perfect. Well, it turns out that it's not that simple. I guess it generates a new link every time you click on it. So even though it worked for me when I tested it right after the fact, it didn't work. It wasn't working after the fact. So I've been sending all this traffic there, and I guess, I'm just guessing, nobody had like reached out to me and said, hey, I'm trying to subscribe, and it's saying that it's that there's a problem with the with subscribing. So I'm guessing all my like either the people don't really know me, or the so either they don't really know me, or they maybe they thought it was a problem on their end, and instead of like doing something about it, they were just like, well, I'll just I'll just come back later. Because looking at all the people that have signed up for it, or looking at all the people that have been to the page, like the average page, time on the page is about almost 2 minutes. That's the average, which is pretty darn good for a web page, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm like, okay, so like I'm doing something right. I just apparently people aren't signing up for it, and I think that might have been the problem. So sometimes you think you know what you're doing. You try really hard to make things look like a certain way and go a certain way, and it doesn't work out because you outsmarted yourself, Joe. You outsmarted yourself, and you paid the penalty. You potentially lost a bunch of money so far because of it. So now if I click on the subscribe button, let's see. Oh yeah, getting the lock through PayPal. Boop boop boop. Yep. So there you go. So now it wants me to log in and it'll work versus getting this link is expired button. So yeah, so sometimes we end up outsmarting ourselves and making a rookie mistake that potentially costs us a bunch of money, because like I've been I launched this, I don't know, weeks ago now. We've had many conferences where I promoted the heck out of it. Now, this is episode, what episode number are we on here? We're on episode like 17 of 17, 18 of the IndiePod Daily show, and episode 81 total of the IndiePod podcast overall. But yeah, so it happens. It happens. We make mistakes. We think that we know what we're doing, and it turns out that we actually don't know what we're doing. Or and yeah, that's another thing. So sometimes it's not just about making mistakes. Sometimes it's about going through and retesting to make sure your things work, right? Because you're not going to necessarily get an email just like when your feed for your podcast goes down. You're not going to get an email just because that happens. I'm surprised that of all the people, we had like almost 100 people visit this page, right? And when they click if they click the subscribe button to go to the PayPal, it was saying expired. So they, the people that did it, they might have just thought it was on their problem, and they left. They left. I potentially lost money because of that. Potential subscribers because of that. That's disheartening. So I this is a cautionary tale to go and check your links. Anything that you're doing, check them periodically. Make sure they're still working. Make sure you didn't change something that affected something else on your website, and a cascading effect there. So check your stuff over and over and over again. Make sure it still works. Make sure it's all still there. Make sure you're not getting like missing images or anything like that. It doesn't take a web person to do that. You can do it yourself. You should be doing it yourself. I should have been doing it myself when I realized, like, hey, we've gone through like 3 or 4 conferences now where I've been promoting the heck out of this thing, sending people to this page, all these daily videos, sending people to this page, and all of a sudden, I realized, like, I'm not getting any traction out of this, and I hadn't actually looked at the Google Analytics to see, oh, well, maybe it's because people can't actually hit the subscribe button and subscribe. It happens, and it happened to me, and I thought I would talk about it on Figure It Out Friday, because I spent a good 30 minutes on the phone with Steven trying to figure out why did this not work. And I could not figure it out. But now got the subscribe button. It stands out. It looks. I might do a different subscribe button. This is like super basic and not crazy about it. But I wanted something that at least stood out as the subscribe button. And this works. It works for now. You can click them and it takes you there. So yeah, don't be afraid to test things out and see what what's going on. Wanted to talk about, catching up from this week. This week I talked about leading with love and how much on Monday, and how much, as a podcaster, you are a leader, and as a leader, you should always be trying your best to lead with love. It just makes sense, to come from a place where you feel, you can feel more confident in yourself and what the decisions that you're making when you know that you're confident in yourself, right? Like you're not trying to downplay somebody else or beat somebody else up to get what you want. Always lead with love. I also talked about the Thriller mic, the Shure SM7B, which is what I use to record my podcast, and I've had it for like 4 years now, and I absolutely love it. It's great. It keeps a lot of the background noise out, keeps me sounding nice and loud and in the mic, and yeah, I absolutely love it. So we also talked with Nick G, who's an icon in our community, and we talked about, he mostly talked. I pretty much sat back and let him go and go and go, and we talked for almost an hour after that interview, which is always a great time getting to catch up with friends and people that I care about after doing an interview, doing it live and all that. But we talked about business. We talked about how he's using his podcasting skills of 5 years that he built up in his painting business and using that for marketing and potentially launching his next show soon that will also tie in to his business, I Heart Painting, because he hearts painting. That's what he does. I don't care for painting. He cares for painting. So he hearts it, and that enables him to drive more business because of his skill set. Also, yesterday, if you missed it, you should totally go check out the Getting Your Podcast in Front of More People using podcasting, SEO for your podcast. Basically, I broke down a whole lot of stuff in that hour, from like looking at your Google Analytics to using Yoast SEO for your WordPress site. There was so many things that it's incredible how much I jammed into 1 hour, and she was running crazy with the pen, taking all the notes, and so it was really great to get to help her, and I'm looking forward to the next Training Thursday. If you want to be on Training Thursday, I think you can go to indiepodcasters.com. I should have this written down. / I think training. Is it right? No, that's not right. I will have to get the link. You can reach out to me if you wanna be on the next Training Thursday, where we break down we break down your show, we break down your podcasting efforts and see what you can be doing better. Then let me see. I can actually pull up the link here. I should probably have it in one of these scrolling banners. Let's see. Calendly. This is probably it. Okay, so it's indiepodcasters.com/TT. Go there. You can pick a time on a Thursday, and we will break down your podcast bit by bit and figure out what's the best way to help you move the needle just that much faster with your efforts. Now, tomorrow we're going to talk about headphones and why you should be wearing headphones when you are recording, when you are having a guest on. It's a lot of people will probably know, but on Scholarship Saturday, that's when I talk about a topic related for newbie podcasters. So if you're just getting started with podcasting, then you absolutely want to make sure you tune in on Saturday for Scholarship Saturday. I'm still trying to figure out the timing for all of this. Trying to figure out like what time makes the most sense, and to record all these and trying to fit them into my schedule. But so I apologize if you're like, I wanted to make it to Figure Out Friday, and Joe recorded it at like 9 o'clock in the morning, but I live on the West Coast, so it's 6 a.m. I apologize. I'm gonna hopefully in the next couple of weeks I will be able to smooth out the timings and get them a little more regular for you to know when to jump in and ask your questions. But right now, if you have a question, I'm here for a little bit longer. I can answer any podcasting questions that you have going on right now. Just throw it in the Facebook chat. I'll throw it up on the screen here if you're not familiar, and I will do my best to answer it. I will bring up my screen. I will do research right here on the spot, because that's why it's called Figure It Out Friday, because I don't know everything, but what I do know is how to figure it out, and that's why we got Figure It Out Friday. I guess if there's no questions, I'll start to do the wrap up plugs here. Monetize Your Podcast is still looking for speakers. Got a couple spots left open. It ends tonight at 9 p.m. Monetize Your Podcast is a free live virtual conference brought to you by Blueberry. You should go check out their podcast hosting resources, whether it's PowerPress, their stats. I use both their stats and PowerPress. Absolutely love them, and I look forward to having them sponsor the event this weekend, or not this weekend, next weekend, next Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. If you haven't heard, Icon 6 is going to be live from the backyard September 12th. It's literally going to be outside this door that's just behind me here. Oh, I need to get better at this pointing thing. I used to be really good at it when I was doing it constantly. So it's going to be live in the backyard. There's a limited of 50 in-person tickets. They are $100 each right now. They are going up on Monday. And there's live stream tickets right now. They're $25. So if you're interested, go buy it. Don't wait. Price is going up. If you wind up coming to the event and speaking at the event, you will be reimbursed 50% of whatever the ticket price that you bought in at. So if you were thinking about speaking, buy the ticket. It's, and buy it now and don't pay more and lose out later. So I do expect this to sell out. We have sold a few tickets already, and I expect them to, as we get a little closer here, to sell out. I'm looking forward to it. In fact, I just talked to, if anybody that's been to any of the MapCon events or Icon events, Jeanette Pellegrini is locked in. She's doing free headshots. You're getting a free lunch. Well, I mean, you're paying for the lunch, but you're getting lunch included. You're getting free headshots included. There'll be a tent, porta potties. It's going to be a social distancing, incredible event happening live in the backyard right behind me. So definitely do not wait. Go to indiepodcasters.com/icon6. If you're thinking about launching a podcast, if you're on the fence, if you're like, I'm thinking about doing it, I'm not really sure, I think I want some help, me and Larry Roberts, we got you covered. All you got to do is go to superjoepardo.com/launch, and the course is 4 weeks long. So in 4 weeks, we will have you set up and ready to launch your podcast. Hit that go button and go. I need like a Zoom button in here, but go ding ding. Right, that's the goal. Go ding ding and take off with your podcast. Larry Roberts has, I believe he's at 5 years of podcasting experience. I'm 6 years in, rapidly getting to 6.5 years. And I'm looking forward to helping you figure out what podcast you want to launch. Is it the right podcast? Do you know who your avatar is? Do you know if there's a monetization plan? Do you know if there's a beginning, middle, and end to your podcast? How do you sign in? How do you sign off? All of these things. How do you think about, what kind of sponsors would you want to get if you want to get sponsors, which if you're paying us to figure it out, I kind of hope that you're going to want to monetize the thing. I want you to get your money back. This isn't like, hey, just pay me and it's cool. Like, it's all good, right? So go check it out. Go check out what we're offering. Because, actually, you don't have to check out what we're offering. Don't even do that. I'm going to bring it right to you. So we're going to talk in the 4 weeks, whenever the page loads. There we go. You're going to plan your show. You're going to build out a content calendar so you don't pod fade. So you don't do this for 3 weeks and then be like, I don't think this is for me. We're going to help drag you across that finish line to a place where you feel confident and comfortable and want to keep podcasting for weeks and months and years to come. You're going to learn how to book your guests efficiently and record your first episode, and then editing that episode so that you feel like a little more confident in what you're saying, because getting comfortable on the mic and being able to, work the mic and talk and have conversations and put two thoughts together takes time and reps and all that. But we're going to help you learn how to edit the episode so that you can get rid of those mistakes easily, quickly, and efficiently, and get on to the next episode, because we both agree that reps is the most important thing you can do. Just constantly keep digging, keep putting in the work, keep being on the mic, getting those interviews. That's how you're going to get better. That's the number one thing you can do to get better. So that's happening. It launches in 25 days, 11 hours. July 14th, 8 p.m. Eastern is the time. It's $297. You're getting two incredible people, if I do say so myself, for just $297 for 4 weeks. Plus, you're getting a private Facebook group and access to the videos forever. So the Facebook group will enable you to ask your questions at any time and get answers at any time. So it's a really great. There's Larry, there's me. We're gonna have a great time. We always have a great time. There's even a video here. You should check this out. This promo video. It took us like 20 minutes to produce. We took like 3 takes. We could have went with the first take, but we were like, you know what? We could do a little bit better. We do a little bit better, and bam, we nailed it on the last one. Needed just like a small little edit, and nailed it. So that's how you get when you hang out with people like me and Larry. You're mostly a one taker, but sometimes it takes 2 or 3 takes. All right, everybody. That pretty much does it for me. You can also go check out youricongear.com. You can save 10% with offer code IPP if you want to get sweet. I'm not wearing one of the shirts right now. Sweet gear, podcasting gear, like the mic dropper shirt, Podfessional shirt, all that. There's stickers and beanies and all that. So go check it out. Youricongear.com. All right, I'm going to get out of here for this Figure It Out Friday. It's a shame we didn't get any questions today, but it happens, and I'm glad I got to talk about a mistake. And now I'm going to go write an email to the Icon email list and say, hey, I messed up. Please, if you were interested, go check it out at IndiePodUniversity.com. That's what I'm going to go do. So, everybody, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for Scholarship Saturday. And don't forget Shine On Sunday, where I will post a quick video, and you are welcome to promote your show to your heart's content. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday. I'll see you later. You're podcasters, you are leaders, and you should always lead with love. Take care, everybody.